Some moments are so unbelievable, you'd think they were staged, but they weren't. And that was really filmed on camera. We're showing you raw, real-life footage of shocking, hilarious, and unexpected events that actually happened. Get ready, you won't believe what the camera caught. Maybe this was just his trick to get the girls' attention. When they returned to their shop, they definitely didn't expect to find an indoor swimming pool waiting for them. In every job, focus is the most important thing. A single moment of distraction and something like this can happen. I think he watched the wrong tutorials online on how to make lunch. Due to construction work by their neighbor, their wall collapsed. Luckily, no one was injured. If you thought you'd seen it all in life, wait until you see this. A cow on the loose, casually strolling through the city like she's out shopping for new hooves. At the last moment, he noticed his car and moved it just in time. Seconds later, a massive metal structure came crashing down right where it had been parked, all because of the strong wind.
Hats off to the driver's instincts.
With friends like these, who needs enemies? He came over for lunch at his buddy's place, and the doorbell camera caught him taking a tumble. Maybe he was just too hungry. Either way, that fall was the appetizer no one saw coming.
Oh, did you fall? Oh, yeah. You alright? Oh, it's a huge spider.
Vacation is amazing, but the downside is all the bugs, especially since girls are often scared of them. Luckily, here comes Wonder Woman to save the day. She didn't know the camera was on, so she started dancing a little, completely unaware there was an audience right behind her. Luckily, the camera caught it all, because no one believed him when he said he wasn't the one who knocked the drinks off the shelf. An absolutely unbelievable moment. When they popped the hood, they found a rabbit chilling underneath. Luckily, he was totally fine and hopped off like he just finished a spa day under the engine. This driver clearly needs to work on his patience. No doubt about that. Good thing he wasn't wearing headphones this time, otherwise, he wouldn't have heard the massive branch falling and wouldn't have been able to dodge it. Let me say right away, no one was hurt. Guardian angels were definitely working overtime here. It took several hours to make this giant birthday cake, and just 1 second to destroy it. They decided to switch it up and have fish at a restaurant. What they didn't expect was a full beach experience. The giant aquarium behind them burst, giving them a surprise splash that turned dinner into a water park. He should definitely start looking for a real job because this clearly isn't his thing. To make it worse, the camera caught every second of his embarrassment. His dog tried to warn him that the car wasn't properly secured, but he thought the pup just wanted to play. Thankfully, the car stopped quickly before anything bad happened. This guy has unbelievable luck. Just seconds after he moved his car, a huge branch came crashing down. Talk about perfect timing. He definitely dodged a big disaster. They've never had such strong winds in their country before, so now they have to build sturdier houses. He had a tough and exhausting day, and this was just the cherry on top. Luckily, everything ended well in the end. This situation reminds me of myself whenever I tried to help my dad with chores around the house. Something like this would always happen. The only difference is I was never caught on camera. This is every nightmare my girlfriend has. She hates elevators, and to make matters worse, there's a mouse in there. Just imagine the chaos if these people are scared too. It'd be like a reality show called Elevator Panic. I get it, she's tired after work and almost nodded off, completely out of focus. It's always a bad idea to sit in a car right after watching a fast and furious movie. They got a camera to keep an eye on their cat while they're at work, but their cat clearly isn't a fan of this uninvited guest. Either he's really clumsy or his new shoes are super slippery on his own turf since it's been raining all day. She was getting ready to prank her neighbors while they were gone, but forgot to put on a mask before the doorbell camera caught her red-handed. Sometimes I'm left speechless. This footage comes from an elevator, and I just can't understand why this girl did what she did. Maybe it was her ex-boyfriend and she just couldn't hold back from doing something like this. A security camera captured the destructive wind as it swept everything in its path. Nothing stood a chance against its powerful force. Watch the cars behind this woman. They started rolling on their own because the handbrakes weren't properly engaged on the slope. Luckily, they acted quickly enough to stop them in time. He had a long day and just needed a little break to rest his feet, but he missed the stool completely and plopped down right on the floor instead. His wife was suspicious, so she set up hidden cameras, and she was shocked when she reviewed the footage. Her dog couldn't wait for her to come home from work so they could go for a walk. Watch how he dashed out of the house so fast he actually pulled his owner down with a leash and she fell. Keep an eye on the motorcyclist in the top right corner. Something like this happened to me once while I was in an Asian country. Always stay safe and aware of your surroundings. Usually when we're in a hurry, that's when we make the biggest mistakes. It's even worse when it's all caught on camera. He almost missed his beach vacation this year and ended up having to fix his car instead. Everyone wondered if this could really have happened. Luckily, a truck was parked nearby and the power pole stopped from falling onto the pedestrians walking down the street at that moment. They clearly didn't check the weather forecast, because the moment they set up their food stand, the wind blew it away. Talk about a fast and furious setup gone wrong. Weather can be unpredictable, especially in certain tropical countries. Watch how a sudden storm and strong winds hit in just moments, ruining their outdoor dinner plans. He's completely dedicated to his job, maybe even a little too much. If you need a moving crew, you'd better avoid these guys. It was truly a scene straight out of a horror movie. Luckily, they were awake at that moment and saw the strange woman standing in front of their house, so they had to call the police to investigate.
Hello? It's 1:15 in the morning.
That's terrifying.
After coming across a few videos like this, I've decided I'd rather take the stairs from now on instead of the elevator. He just started working at the hair salon and got a chance to prove himself. What do you think based on this clip? How's he doing? Is this a sign that a new season of the series is coming? Whenever I come across videos like this, it always reminds me of that show. This guy could totally be a stuntman in movies. He just needs to send this video as his CV. I still can't believe how he got away unscathed in the end. This road was so slippery that anyone who passed by would feel like they were back in childhood. It was basically a giant slide. Man thinks he's dancing. Dog thinks he's in the wrong family. When the snow hides the newspapers and your snowblower decides to publish them for everyone. She tried to be Tarzan, ended up in the leaves. The truck was turning, the trailer was following, until it decided to personally meet someone's bumper. Very up close and personal. The ICE had already claimed one victim that day, but decided the husband should feel it too. A family deal, 2 falls for the price of 1.
Sorry.
What did I just say?
The sky had a message and sent it straight to the pole. The ground responded instantly, explosively. He came for peace, quiet, and sunshine. The sunbed had other plans, fast, loud, and painful. He didn't just deliver it to the door, he launched it. With the precision of an Olympic athlete and the smile of a champion. Stride, dignity, fall. Sometimes it all happens in that order. He tried to show off his strength and balance, but gravity wasn't willing to cooperate. He ended up exactly where he didn't expect, inside the trailer. When you go to the gym with a plan to work out, but the TV takes over. Repeat cycle, little effort, lots of sitting, lots of watching. Precision isn't his strong suit, but at least it's entertaining to watch. Fresh concrete isn't just an obstacle, it's a natural playground for new adventures. For some, the welcome was a bit sticky. Mom is carrying the baby, pulling the stroller, and inside the queen of the house, the cat. Priorities are clear. The delivery guy was heading to the house, but the dog decided to change the game plan. After an unfortunate fall, the package became an unplanned projectile. The cat walked in with a mission. No wandering, no time wasted. Grabbed the sausage like a pro and walked out like a true deli bandit. In a getaway, everything feels like a movie, until you realize you've reached the end of the street and the end of the script. 3 builders, 1 wall, and not a single engineer. When a thin wall meets reality, the outcome is short but educational. An aerial attack failed in seconds. The chickens pulled off an escape maneuver like true professionals. An unmanned scooter on a mission to take someone down. The man didn't see it coming. When the machine decided freedom was better than work, the worker fought to regain control, but the machine wouldn't give up. When your van gets stolen while you're working, you know luck decided to take the day off. When your butt itches, but you decide to solve it with a dance. The pickup and the boat wanted a joint ride, but the garage door wasn't ready for such a duo. When winter shows its true face, right on the roof, right on the car. Crash tests have never been more real. He wanted to try the quad, but a tour of the neighbor's yard wasn't part of the plan. Neither was the house wall, but here we are. The police are looking for him, and he's playing hide and seek behind the car. Crawling like a baby on a mission. A calm school day ends with Dad's surprise ambush. Laughter guaranteed, trust slightly shaken. The roof repair started off fine. until he became part of the living room decor. Looks like the ceiling decided he'd been up there long enough. The man's calmly spraying water in the garage when suddenly, the dog slides in like it's the Champions League final. She's a true mom and teacher, always accompanied by her little pack. The house is never quiet when they're together. A heroic attempt against the laws of physics and the ground wand. Unlocking the house took a while, so the little one pulled his own undo move. Backward is the new trend. The dog and his owner are playing enter or escape. Looks like today's a race. It's not magic, just a car with thoughts of escape. Although where it's headed, nobody knows. Deliveries always bring surprises, but a snake at the door? That's a whole new level. The man bent down to grab something, and the wind decided to surprise him with the big doors. When nature shows who's boss. Dad is rocking the baby to sleep, but multitasking doesn't stop. At the same time, he's playing kids basketball with his feet. Dad of the year. Looks like the tire got tired of waiting for a buyer. It rolled off on its own little adventure. The worker narrowly avoided disaster. The grinder decided the job was done and literally jumped out of the wall. Rain, a turn, and a bit too much confidence. The truck tried to dance, but quickly stepped on the wrong foot. The rear platform stayed down, and now the neighbor's car has a brand new look. Dented edition. When a motorcycle crashes into a beauty salon, it's a sure sign that makeup will have to wait. When nature shows its strength, the greenhouse becomes a flying object. Just hope it doesn't land on the neighbors. Grandma makes an entrance with her motorized wheelchair and power. The glass doors weren't ready for such a grand arrival. She was standing calmly in the parking lot, but one hostile bird had other plans. It flew straight toward her head. Luckily, she escaped just in time. Someone clearly forgot to sort their trash, so the garbage man took the whole bin, just to be sure. When the old truck said, "I've had enough," it meant it. The wood slid off, and the whole truck lifted like a seesaw. Two trucks nearly collided, and one swerved straight toward a mechanic fixing a tire. By some miracle, it stopped just inches from him. A strong gust of wind sweeps through the construction site, lifting dust into the air like a rising cloud. The wind ripped off a metal roof, and by sheer luck, it narrowly missed a truck that had just started moving. A worker accidentally knocked over a fire extinguisher with her cart. It started spraying everywhere, and everyone scattered like it was a gas attack. A man on a scooter crashed straight into a flower shop display on the sidewalk, sending pots and petals flying in every direction. Tried to pull off a cool bike trick, ended up headbutting a parked car instead. Nailed the landing, just not the one he planned. She tried to pull over, but the car stayed in gear and started rolling. Somehow, she managed to jump back in and stop it. Talk about quick reflexes. He hauled 2 crates of beer on his scooter all the way home, only to drop them and shatter every bottle right at the doorstep. A cat spotted the camera and tried to make a sneaky getaway. Mission almost accomplished. A crash was avoided because the tractor literally fell apart on a pothole just before hitting the car. Sometimes, breakdowns save the day. She was carefully stacking cheese on a display cart, but gravity had other plans. The cart tipped over and launched the cheese like it was quitting its job. As she stepped out of the car juggling grocery bags, her loose sweatpants had enough and decided to part ways mid-mission. Tiny Chinese car on test drive launches straight out of the dealership, right into traffic. One hits the ground, the other hits record. Winter brings out the best in people. He thought the treadmill was off. Surprise, it wasn't. Instant flying lesson. When good morning doesn't work, this little genius uses the kitchen drum to wake Dad up. The wind decided to deliver a package,